So, if you're seeing this, it is August 2022, or it is another time. And if you are seeing this at another time, obviously there's something in this video that you do need to hear. So, August, I feel, is going to be interesting. I do feel like for a lot of people, there is this catalyst for change. So if you aren't already expecting change, you may be feeling like something is changing, but I don't know quite what that is or how it's going to play out exactly. But I feel like it's almost like the image that's coming to my mind right now is like the kind of pissed off person that like flips over the checkerboard or the chessboard or the board game or whatever. And I feel like if that hasn't quite happened yet, I feel like there might be a moment where that does happen. And then it's like, okay, so now I need to reset the board, but it's never going to be set up potentially in the exact same way. So it's almost like things are going to be reshuffled. So I feel like this month people are going to be moving and shifting, and relationships are going to change potentially. And it's like, you know, the tectonic plates, right? Like our continents are always in movement, and sometimes we don't notice at all, and then sometimes there is an earthquake, or there is something that actually allows those plates to shift in a more noticeable way or at like a greater magnitude. So I feel like there's potential for that. And if you're going through it, or if you are someone who feels that is coming for you, really make sure you are doing the work to stay grounded. So even sometimes feeling grounded or less anxious is like hydration actually makes a big difference with this, and how we process our emotions. If you think of emotion, is often associated even in tarot as water, right? So sometimes if we have more hydration and water in our body, it's like it could absorb some of the water and or the emotions, pardon me, and there can be a greater flow. And the other thing that I was seeing too was like be in your heart. So if you are moving, if things are changing, are you doing this because you should? Or if there are multiple choices out there for you, are you making these choices? Are you making it from your mind? Are you making it from what other people think you should do or expect you to do? Or can you make these decisions from your heart, truly? And sometimes that's challenging. I'm actually very good at more so tuning into gut feelings, but sometimes when it comes to heart, my heart can be very fickle. It's like, my heart wants to move to Spain like tomorrow. Uh, so usually if I have like big heart energy, I also have to take time to sit with that and allow my mind, my heart, and my gut to get involved to make sure everything's in alignment and I'm not just making some crazy decision. So what I wanted to say with that was like, make sure that your heart has roots. So with this choice, if you have the ability to make a choice, sometimes if things are shaken up in a certain way, you are just trying to react, right, in the best way that you can. Sometimes it's not like you have time to sit with multiple choices and really mull it over. Sometimes life just moves you, right? But even there, can you stay connected to love and compassion for yourself, for the other people involved? And again, can you get into your roots? Like, let your heart have roots. So it feels like even if you make a decision out of love, even if you are forced to make a decision, can you do it out of love, but in the most stable way possible? So it's still grounded. It's not like, how do I want to say this? It's not like daydreaming. It's not like kind of creating this like pie in the sky vision for yourself that I mean, everything is possible, but sometimes when we have those big visions, we can't see the little steps, right? So if we're grounded, if we're rooted, if we're present, if we are connected, it's like, okay, so if I love myself today, if I'm going to show up as the best version of myself, loving myself and the people around me, what is that first step? What is that second step, right? Rather than, I want to be here, and sometimes things fall apart because our goal, not that it's not possible, but we haven't been able to break down the steps that we need to take to get there, right? So sometimes we need to be grounded. We need to make sure our feet are still on the earth. We need to make sure that we are looking after ourselves, that we are in our bodies, and we're not also dissociating from any of our fear or any of the worry that might come up through all of this change, because that happens too, right? That's just part of being human. If we're going through big changes, or if change is put upon us, it can be very unsettling, right? And sometimes you just need to admit that. You need to sit with that. You need to go into your roots as a way to feel stable and safe, right? So hopefully this is making some sense. You can always leave a comment below if you are questioning what I'm saying, or if potentially you resonate with this. I'm in a place where I feel like change is coming, but for me, even over the past 2 years, I've had these moments of like, okay, I feel like this is happening and things are going to shift, and then it's like, oh no, not yet. And then it's like, okay, I feel this like momentum building. Oh, not yet. Right? So it's also trusting that divine timing, that things will shift when they are meant. And if you think about this idea where, I am a sovereign being, I can make my own decisions about what I want and where I'm going and what I want to create in the world, but everyone else has free will as well. So sometimes if things are meant to line up in a certain way, you might be ready for something, but the other people involved, for instance, may be going through their own process, or maybe they made a different decision, so it takes longer for people to meet, or it takes longer for a certain situation to align, right? Because people are making different decisions, and there are so many other factors in the world right now, right? So if it is one of those moments where it's like, oh, right? Don't be discouraged, right? We also have to be patient at this time. So do your work, stay in your heart. And I say these things because I'm continually learning these lessons as well. Stay in your roots. Be grounded. Be stable. Okay, I just wanted to pick a few cards. I know I've been talking a lot, so this might also be able to clarify some of what is going on. So what do we need to know? What do we need to see for August? There goes my card. Okay. So spirit, this is actually funny. Spirit of earth. This is emotional harmony. There we go. Trying to get the reflection off the card. So again, this is very much that statement of like letting your roots move into the earth, really looking after yourself, tending to your emotions, especially the ones that have that like higher frequency, like the anxiety, the worry, the nervousness. When we can rest into the earth and into Mother Earth, it's like, oh, we can surrender, we can exhale, right? So if you feel like you're having that lift off with the anxiety or what's next or how are things changing, just let yourself exhale, take your energy down. See if you can imagine your energy going into the earth and into your roots and like, oh, I'm settling. Okay, I can sink into this. I can calm myself. I can look after myself. I can breathe again, right? So notice when that maybe too fiery energy, or for some of you that really like airy energy is coming through, right? And you're really disconnected from even your body, your physical roots, your hips, your legs, your feet. So really get your feet in the sand, in the water, in the earth, right? And let yourself connect. So when you're connected, it's easier to process your emotions, right? So another card, I like to see how sometimes that was the sacred tree for all seasons. I want to see what the tarot brings through for us. Okay. So I wanted to put these together. So we have 7 of Wands and Spirit of Earth. Oh, pardon me, that's 6. So again, it's like we are breaking free. We are breaking free of like the confusion, the restriction. If you've been like even stuck within like the ideas of like, what do I do next? And you haven't been able to navigate your way through, this is like you're going to be able to rise above this. This is sort of, this card always reminds me of like Phoenix rising from the ashes kind of situation. But again, like think of the butterfly and how they move through the world. It's like they get easily taken by the wind, right? And like, so they're very light. It's easy to throw them off course. So that energy is very much upon us. So again, roots, roots, roots. So it's like we might feel like we've been given our wings. We might feel like, okay, it's time to shift. It's time to move. I've broken free from like the confusion, the overwhelm. But how can I do it from my heart? How can I do it from my roots? So I can navigate this with calm instead of uncertainty and anxiety, right? And then I just wanted to pull one more card. So this is the Starseed Oracle. I just felt like I needed some type of lighter energy. Okay, so do you remember what I was saying when like it's all in divine timing? Again, I can't quite get this in. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out, right? So if you feel like it's like, why isn't this happening? It's not happening yet. I feel like change is coming, but then it doesn't happen. Just really trust the process. So many of us are going through our own processing right now, needing to step into more inner work, even if you feel like you've been doing the inner work forever. It really isn't an ending process. So the more that you can be in your alignment, the easier it is for things to shift. And when we're aligned, usually we're shifting in a more stable way, rather than life needing to make that happen for you. And then usually that's when we step into the chaos, right? So I hope this makes sense for you. So hold on to your hats, hold on to your hearts, get into your roots. Yeah. So we have Six of Wands, getting our wings. Remember to get your roots in the earth and just trust the timing of things. You know, even if it is a challenging situation, even if it is like change that happens really suddenly, know that it is divinely timed and divinely orchestrated. Okay? So thank you if you have listened in. Let me know if you have any questions or any comments. I will be launching my membership come September, or I will be opening the doors officially come September. I've been making some changes throughout the summer. So stay tuned for that. And also, if you are in need of some support, energetic support, a reading, let me know. I'll put the link to my website below. Be well.